When considering starting a career in project management, many people ask this question: can I be a project manager with no technical background? I had the same question in mind back in 2021 when I was trying to break into project management from finance, but I couldn't land interviews or got ghosted after speaking to the HR person or the hiring manager. It must be the lack of technical background. I said this to comfort myself. Yet, at the end, I landed an offer as a product manager at a top bank in Canada, leading a group of developers to build and maintain 2 apps used internally by over 1,000 users. Fast forward to today's time, I have managed different types of projects: compliance, software development, business process optimization, private capital fund launch, and more. And I don't necessarily have a technical background in each of these areas. So today, I'm here to tell you that you can become a project manager with no technical background and how you can do it. First and foremost, if you're aiming for a role as a technical project manager, then yes, you do need to have a solid understanding of the technical involved. In fact, you often need to be an expert in it. Technical project managers typically rise through the ranks from technical roles and are expected to lead teams in solving technical problems or providing technical solutions. However, for other types of project managers such as myself, a project manager in business transformation, a deep technical background is not required. But before we dive into the details, I want to define the word technical, as I want to extend its meaning from its technical aspect to all other domains. In IT, technical refers to coding, programming, infrastructure, etc. But in healthcare, technical is the knowledge and skills of keeping people healthy and saving people's life. In construction, of course, the technical aspect is the ability to build a construction that matches the blueprint and meets the safety standards. The list goes on, and I think you get the idea. In theory, project managers need to be proficient in project management skills and knowledge, such as communication, planning, cost management, and stakeholder management. Our expertise lies in managing projects. But what happens when technical issues arise? Our job is not to make judgments or respond based on our own technical knowledge, but rather to consult with the relevant subject matter experts. We rely on their expertise to plan and manage the project effectively. Of course, having a basic understanding of the technical aspects can be very helpful in managing projects, facilitating communication and budgeting. As we gain experience, our understanding of the industry and its technologies will deepen. However, no matter how much we improve, we will never reach the expertise level of professionals in those technical fields. That's their core competence, while ours is managing projects. So, what's the minimum technical requirements for a non-technical project manager? In my opinion, there are 3 things that we must be able to do. Those are: we're able to understand the technical concepts in our projects. We're able to explain the technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. And we're able to communicate and collaborate with the tech team effectively. For example, a client doesn't need to know the details of our program's architecture. They just need to understand its function and how to maintain it and how it operates. And our job is to interpret the technical concepts to simple explanations to provide the client with necessary information, and also convert their business requirements to technical requirements and explain the client's needs clearly with the tech team. Let me share a personal example. A few years ago, I was working as a product owner at an investment bank, the one that I briefly mentioned at the beginning of the video. While I had knowledge of investment, I knew next to nothing about programming. However, I was responsible for the development and maintenance of 2 internal applications. Nearly half of the trading, cash settlement, and product information from the investment department were processed through these applications. The other half was managed by a third-party software, which would eventually be integrated with the software that I oversaw. When issues arose with these systems, the employees could submit tickets which would be resolved by different levels of technical teams, from L1 to L4, depending on the nature of the issues. The L4 team, which I managed, was responsible for changes and updates that required a full release cycle. Within my first month, I noticed that employees frequently submitted incorrect tickets, causing the technical teams to spend a lot of time reallocating tickets to the correct teams. This not only affected front-end operations, but also led to inefficiencies in the technical departments. To adjust this, I consulted with key technical staff to understand how to properly classify incidents based on their severity. Once I was confident in my understanding, I created a PowerPoint deck and compiled other resources, including links to the correct ticket submission process and self-help tips for simple operational issues. I then approached the head of the investment department, explained the problem, and proposed a collective training session for employees to reduce the number of incorrect tickets. The 1-hour online training session was successfully conducted with over 200 employees participating despite time zone differences. The entire session was recorded for those who couldn't attend and for future reference. The training was highly effective, not only improving efficiency but also raising the visibility of my team. In this example, as a newcomer with no technical background, I was able to quickly identify key points through discussions with the technical experts and translate the information into something actionable for the frontline employees. This to me defines the technical baseline for a project manager. Plus, over the years, I have run various types of projects, collaborating with different teams. The projects were process-based or to implement software with external vendors or launch a new business line for the firm, and other types of projects. There is no way for anyone to know all these technical aspects of all these different types of projects. It's just not realistic. Alright, I hope at this point you'll understand that you can totally be a project manager without a technical background. Although a technical background is definitely useful, and you should gradually develop domain knowledge if you want to be a great project manager. Now, if you're really considering becoming a project manager, come join our free PM Career Launcher community, where you can find the like-minded. You can also find some free resources to guide you how to enter project management. I will also be there to answer questions and share insights about the transition and many other things about project management. The link is in the description. Alright, imagine you're already a project manager without a technical background, okay? You made it. How do you resolve technical issues or approach technical discussions in your projects without being misled or underconfident? Stay tuned and we'll talk about it next week. Until then, have a wonderful day.